Okay, hi everybody. Dr. Petrie here. Welcome back to Improving Teacher-Student Relationships. I wanted to give you a quick instructional screencast on how to do this optional free association exercise. This is an ungraded assignment. You can do it if you have time. I understand teachers are very busy. This is an exercise I did with my 10th graders last year. I have a one-to-one classroom, so my students all had iPads. They could all type little responses on Edmodo, and then I could pull those responses fairly easily, cut and paste them into Word, or cut and paste them into Google Docs. So what I was going to suggest is you open up a blank Google document, and you share it with your entire class. And you ask them to write about a good relationship they've had with a teacher in the past. I also ask them to use pseudonyms. And the reason is because they do the same thing the next day, only talking about negative relationships. And I don't want to hear all the lousy things that Mr. Jones does in his classroom, because I still have to work with Mr. Jones. And I might like Mr. Jones. And if I hear he's a real jerk over and over and over again from 1,000 kids, then I'm not really going to like him that much at all. So I asked the students to use pseudonyms, to call them Mr. Math, Miss Art, and the students are thrilled and eager to write deeply about relationships they've had with teachers in the past. So you can see that I had about 180 students do this, so I have 12 pages of text. And what I want to do as a researcher is I want to look at what are the patterns in this text. And I've cleaned this up and I made sure that there are no names in it. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run it through a text analyzer. This is what qualitative researchers use. And it's going to find patterns. So I'm just going to paste this right in here. It's going to take a minute, and then it puts everything in there. And then I'm going to scroll down and click Analyze the Text. And it's going to take a few minutes because it's a lot. And here we go. So that was about almost 4,000 words. There were 936 different words, which is kind of interesting. It tells me the readabilities, 7.4. But it gets very interesting when you scroll down and you start looking for the frequency of top words. And you can see teacher 185, always 93. So if I want to know a teacher that was always positive, I might do a search for those keywords and look for always. And as you scroll down, it gives you more and more information, like two-word phrases and three-word phrases come up here. And then the real interesting things are when you get down to three. Like here's one where it says positive relationship. That's used 6 times. So you could just search for that and then it would pop up. So this is just a real simple exercise. I do want to point out that when I did ask the students to share negative responses or negative relationships that they had with teachers, they wrote twice as much. I have 24 pages of the negative stories that would curl your hair. So it is hard as humans to keep it positive. That's why teachers need good relationships with their teachers so that they can see the positive things in life. I just really wanted you to try this exercise and think about what word patterns emerge the most frequently and how could you use this information to ask students deeper questions about your classroom. There's also, if you don't want to dive into the text analysis, you can go to this Wordle application here and you can click on Create and you can paste the text in there and it will just give you a nice collage of your most frequently used words. And this is one of the things I like to do. It's called qualitative research, and it helps the kids show the key ideas of what they were talking about, what they are concerned about, and what expressions they use to express them. So, thank you very much for listening. Enjoy this week's videos and readings, and I will talk to you again next week. Thank you.